Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another episode of Bet Win Repeat. It's Friday. It's F around and find out Friday. I brought Nick Earl with me from Earl Sports Bets. Stop by, talk a little. There's a lot to talk about. We're not going to be on this show for very long, maybe 20, 30 minutes tops. But we got college, we got Final Four, right? Talk about tomorrow. There's a big NHL slate, which has a lot of implications because of playoff implications is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know if anybody knew this, but the Detroit Tigers, who's the hottest team in baseball, is opening days today. So that's what we got. If you're stopping by, I'm also give you a quick contest update here in a minute. I'll let everybody file in because I know a lot of the contest people are in. We had a lot of people join the monthly contest on April 1st. I thought the picks of the picks and parlay contest page was punking me on April 1st. I really did. I haven't told anybody this, but I thought I was getting punked, like Ashton Kutcher punked, because we had more people join this monthly contest than we haven't had in a long time. And I was like, okay, that's cool, like whatever, right? But I'm like, man, there's like almost 100 people in this contest. And I'm like, okay, usually we flirt around like 50 or 60. And I'm like, all right, everybody's messing with me. Like, I'm like, everybody's burner accounts coming out for April 1st, April 4th, nice. Whatever, right? And they just all want me to plug in these names into a spreadsheet for them to say at the end, haha, we're really not playing, you know what I mean? Or something like that. But today's the 5th. I graded everything as of yesterday. So through the 4th, all those people are still in there. So either hats off if you're doing that much work to have a burner account to win a monthly contest. Hats off to you. Okay, if you're going through all that, like I'm not gonna go, just so you know, I'm not gonna go through and Inspector Clouseau or anything. I'm not the Pink Panther here. I'm not investigating. Okay, so if you have 15 burner accounts to win yourself Craig's packs, 30-day pack for 30 days or a couple $100, like I said, hats off.
$100, that's worth throwing a couple extra burner accounts.
$250 is for 30 days. I can't remember to put my picks in for 30 days. Now I'm gonna remember to put me.
That's why I haven't played the contest in months, is because I will forget like 4 days in.
That's what Tim had to put a reminder in his phone daily, like an alarm to go off every day, and it said put picks in, and he did it for 30 days, and he finished top 5. And more importantly, I don't think he missed one day. But it's too early to talk about really. I mean, nobody cares about what you are after 4 days. If you started out, nobody started out like I don't think on fire. Nobody started out 8-0. Let's put it that way. There's some. I don't know. I'm trying to pull it up right now. There's 2 people at 6-2. Danny Daniels, David Tokarski. 2 people at 5-2-1. Some asshole named Lenny from Detroit, Robert Harrison, and then there's a bunch of people at 5-3 and 4-3. Whatever. There's a bunch of people at 4-4 and all that good stuff. But if you're looking for content, there's still plenty of time to join. Thomas Stavato just joined yesterday. He just started out 0-4. I mean, it's a 30-day contest. Head over to Picks and Parlays contest page, facebook.com/group/Picks and Parlays contest. That's your contest update. Don't forget to like, share, ring that bell, notifications. We do it for the likes, people. I'm like an Instagram thought over here. Okay. I shake this ass for your likes. Don't make me stand up and twerk. If you don't hit the like button, I'm going to get out of my chair. If you do hit the like button, you can just stay right here. These are decisions. Like these are big boy decisions, Nick Earl.
Unclicks like button.
He's torn. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, you're not making a totally convincing argument for not hitting the like button or for hitting the like button.
That's fair. Julie Carley in the house. What up, fellas? What's happening, Julie Carley? By the way, if you're watching the show, whatever you're into today, I don't care if it's baseball. You want to throw your NBA plays in there? Great. I don't have any. Yeah, he has a couple. But NHL, MLB, let's talk Final Four action. Everybody's pretty much set in. Be on the lookout. There's some free picks coming for some college basketball, some Final Four action. But drop it in the chat. Let's talk about your weirdness. Some people talk about this as a sports show. I like to think of it as therapy. Whatever degenerate shit you're into on Fridays, I want to know about it at 1 o'clock Eastern. So, Mick Earl, what degenerate shit are you into today?
Degenerate shit. I mean, probably just betting like
this is
East Carolina baseball. That's probably the most degenerate I'm going today. I have an interesting thought. Now I'm going to be betting against this parlay, but for March Madness, because I don't like one of the sides and I don't really cap the other half of this. But for the first time in March Madness history, there are 2 teams that have a Final Four participant in both men's and women's. And there's the opportunity that we can see the exact same national championship matchup for both the men's and the women's this year.
So the matchup, because I was going to say, didn't we have the men's? Didn't UConn win like the men's and the women's championship in the same year?
We've had one team, we've had one school represent in both men's and women's finals four before, but we've never had 2 before.
Oh, so we've never had like women's UConn and women's men against Purdue women.
We haven't had 2. We haven't had 2 like we had this year, because UConn women and UConn men are both on the Final Four, and same with NC State men and NC State women.
Also,
and I'm gonna put. I think I punched this into DraftKings the other day. I'm gonna punch this in now to see what the exact number would be for a 4-teamer for the exact matchups basically for the matchups in both men's and women's national championship game to be UConn versus NC State. Have the exact same matchup.
So
which would be on DraftKings 82-1.
Well, I don't hate that on a $5 bill. I'm just telling you right now. You might even talk me into a 20. All
I wanted to do was put in enough on this bet to profit $100, which is like $1.13.
I was gonna say that's like $2. So I'm just gonna Final Four. I took the same thing I've been doing all tournament. NC State plus points.
They've burned me all freaking tournament because I've been betting them all.
Purdue on the other side has burned me. I bet against them I thought, and you check the tape, roll back the video, whatever you want on multiple videos. I said Purdue was one of them. I thought they were one of the most under or overrated teams coming out of the Big Ten. And I still think they are. And even though they have proven me wrong and made it to the Final Four and great, all that, I think NC State's big man, Burns, is going to give Edey a little trouble.
I think the opposite. I think this is the toughest matchup Burns is going to have in his entire college.
Toughest matchup Edey has had.
And he's gone up against Armando Bacot before. So I think this is by far the toughest matchup.
I think it's a little tougher than that just because Burns has weight and he's going to put that body on him. And nobody's put a body on Edey. I'm just saying.
You forgot though. You know how you defend Zach Edey? You don't. He gets every call.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair. And look, I think 9.5 is too much. I got it at 9.5. So I don't know where it's at right now. I think it's still at 9.5. But I got 9.5 at -114. That's what I paid. That's what I got. I took that on Monday.
I'm seeing 9 now. I think this has the potential to be the most boring Final Four we've seen in a while, where both teams win by 20 points. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is that both teams open up a can of whoop ass and we see UConn versus Purdue in the finals.
I thought that too, because I thought usually I attribute it to football, right? You watch the NFC and AFC games, championship games, a lot of times those are better than the Super Bowl. I think these games will be worse than the championship game. So I think if you have UConn Purdue, I think that's a good goddamn game. I think if you have UConn NC State, I think it's a good game. So
no, UConn wins by 30 against NC State.
You think so?
Absolutely. they run them out.
Maybe right, because NC State just climbed the
No,
mountain.
They would make
letdown
NC
spot.
State look like a D2 basketball school.
Damn.
They would kick the
I don't
crap
know if
out
I
of
would
them.
go that far, but I got you.
Like they have every team they faced the last two tournament games or two tournament years.
I have UConn. By the way, I'll give everybody a bracket update probably after Final Four. I don't think much has changed in the contest bracket. To be honest with you, I'm not. I think there was 70 some people joined that contest, that bracket, and I think I'm like 50 something. So I don't know, whatever.
All my brackets are done.
Yeah, they're done.
I didn't.
If you're still watching the bracket, if you're still watching your bracket, you did a good job. Okay?
Yeah, I completely biffed on all the Final Four teams because I had Auburn, I had Arizona, I had Marquette, and I had Gonzaga.
So I had Marquette. I had I had Arizona lost. I had UConn winning it all. I do have them repeating.
Everybody did.
But I did not have Purdue or NC State or Alabama. So there's that.
I for sure did not have NC State. Why? Because I had Texas Tech, I had Oakland, I had Marquette, I had Duke. I faded them.
Yeah, I had Oakland winning that.
They are the overachieving team of the bracket. They are just an overachieving team, in my opinion, and they've just burned me game after game after game after game after game. So
right.
But I'm going to go back to the well tomorrow, and I'm going to lay the points with Purdue.
Like I said, I got 9.5. That other game, Alabama and UConn, that's too many points for me to take UConn, even though I think they blow them out. I'm just going to do what Alabama has made me money in this tournament, just taking overs and walking away. And just like, I don't care what it is. I'm just running with it. And I'm taking this. I got over 161.5 at minus 106. And I did that Sunday, March 31st. So I don't know where it's at right now. I think it's about 161, 62 maybe. I think you can find 161.5. Anyways, that's where I'm at. Those are the only two bets I have on that. I'll probably live bet the shit out of it. Not really,
I think this is a game where if you get lucky, you can potentially get decent live lines on the two favorites. Like if NC State jumps out early, I will live bet Purdue money line at a reasonable number. I highly doubt
we'll jumps out early. If I could get Purdue, it's anywhere near.
If I can get Purdue at like 140 or lower for money line, I'll take that.
That's fair. Yeah. I thought about hedging at halftime. I almost hedged last night, Seton Hall. When it was 39-39, I had Indiana State, and I almost hedged it against stopping by. Says he's trying to do it. This is what made me think of that. Trying to do a 1K ladder with a $5 MGA free bet that I had. Day one yesterday, cashed a plus 300 parlay, $15 today on a best straight up two-teamer money line parlay. Y'all think of. Oh, I've already done this. So this plays along to what I was telling Nick right before we went live. I went bowling Saturday. I had a $50 thing in my account where we went bowling at the casino. I don't know. I did like a two-team money line parlay. I turned that into like $300. And then I took the 300 and I bet it on, I think the Red Sox were playing Oakland. And then I bet the Dodgers the next day. And then I bet the Tigers Nerfy, the game one of the doubleheader. Anyways, I got that $50 up to like 1,700. 1,700. And then I lost 1,000 on Indiana State money line last night. But either way, the 50 is doing really good right now for me. So I don't know. Two-team parlay. My best parlay, if you're looking for a money line, is probably the Dodgers and whoever's playing Oakland, which would be the Tigers. I know today Nick hates the Tigers, and I understand why, and it makes sense. 100%. I agree with your take on the Tigers today, but that's going to be a thing for me all year. It's just I'm going to two-team parlay the Dodgers money line, and I know it'll be juicy, and whoever the fuck is playing Oakland. And I know it'll be juicy, and I'm going to try and get it at even money or close to on a two-team parlay, and then just keep it going. Anyway, sorry, that was a rant.
Yeah.
Tell everybody why the Tigers lose today.
I think it's a bad spot for them because what did the Tigers just do yesterday? Not only did they play an extra inning game, they played a double header with an extra inning game and shredded through bullpen. Mize only went 4 1/3 innings yesterday in the first game. Now, granted, they got 5 2/3 out of Manning, which was a really nice performance from him, but they still used a lot of bullpen arms against an Oakland A's team that did not play yesterday. That went to Detroit and was just chilling and ready to go. They're playing now, so I can't really. I'm on the first 5 at plus 200 in the full game at plus 200 with the Oakland A's. I think this is just a bad spot. I like JP Sears as well. I think JP Sears is one of the better arms on that rotation for the Oakland A's. So I just like the pitching matchup here for them. And I like the situational spot here for the Oakland A's as well. Now I could be easily dead wrong. I'm taking shots on 2-1 dogs here. So.
Yeah. Now, be very clear about that. There's value. It's like we're taking shots of that. There's value, and I understand that. I think this Tigers pitching staff is going to be the star of this team. They're above average.
Maybe an under could have been a look too.
I do think Tigers Nerfies will be a fucking thing this year for me. And I know I sound like a homer and all that and whatever, but it will. It just will. And I think
unders for a team does not make you sound like a homer.
Bullpen is decent, but they have no offense. Their Tigers are anemic at best.
I mean, the Tigers yesterday went 7 and change, no hit innings, and they still lost the game.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, like you look at some of their matchups and stuff, and it's just the I could say this as a Tigers fan to anybody else as a Tiger fan out there. Chill the fuck out. Okay? Because I don't care if we're 5-1 or 6-1 or whatever it is. I don't care anything about that. None of that is just a long season. Our schedule is ridiculously easy the beginning of the year. You started against the White Sox. Then you played a Mets team that you caught, I think, just not gelling at the beginning of the year, which worked out for us.
Lindor and Nimmo are not going to combine for 2 for 47 the entire year. That's just not going to happen. This Mets team, I'm expecting positive regression from them. And
so then you played the White Sox, you played the Mets, and then you go into who did they play? I think they played 2 games at Pittsburgh, and then you played the Minnesota Twins, which I'm not afraid of. So I think
Twins will be your first test, though.
First will be yes, and I think we could split in Pittsburgh because they're in Pittsburgh, whatever. So, and then you'll be the first test, but it's at home. It's in Detroit, so I like it there, and I like this starting rotation. That's just how it is for me. I don't know, though.
It has the potential to be really good if it can
stay
healthy.
They don't have a day off until Wednesday. It's the beginning of the year. It's boom, 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 whatever. So,
yeah, don't read into
we're not doing a rapid fire today. Everybody's got stuff going on, and really, it would be me and you, Terry. So if you want to come on right now and spit out 2 picks for tomorrow as quickly, we'll call it a rapid fire. No, we got stuff going on. So, and by the way, like, why can't I get this? Let me just tell you, I hate the MLB package. I know I bitched about this last year. I have the MLB package. I watch every Tiger game. I just have it on, even if it's on the background while I'm working, whatever. Can't watch no California teams. Opening day against Oakland. I can't watch them.
Nope. I can't. I don't get Nationals and I don't get Oriole games.
Tigers Nerfy cashed. It was 135 today. Juicier than contest plays, but I'll take it. My dog's slobber. It's just gonna be a thing. One leg of that 4-leg parlay I told you I put in the same game parlay at DK. Got 90 Tigers score first. Nerfy, Tigers win, and Tariq Skubal 7 strikeouts plus 400. That was my degenerate parlay. I mean, I'm also on the Tigers and the Red Wings too. Moneyline parlay, cause from Detroit.
For playoff reasons, I would like the Rangers to win this game, but that's just for futures reasons. But yeah, I would like that wild card to get a little easier to win.
the Red Wings have no reason, no business making the playoffs at this point after the collapse.
And I think we're finally starting to see the regression of the Washington Capitals. Finally,
thank God.
And here's the thing, though, is if they would have made the playoffs, they'd be playing themselves right into a first round sweep. That's all they would be doing. Is if the Capitals make the playoffs, they would be playing either the Rangers or the Hurricanes or the Bruins and get their ass whooped in the first round. That's the only thing that they would be doing in the playoffs. Is if they're lucky, they would get to a fifth game type of thing. I don't think the Capitals are that good this year. They've just overachieved. Because when you look at their advanced numbers, I keep looking at these games and I'm thinking, how the hell do they keep winning hockey games? And now we're finally starting to see the numbers start to come back to the mean, and this team start to play the way we thought they were going to, which was below average.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's fair. I'm hoping for the Red Wings. I mean, they're at home. Honestly, that's the only reason I kind of like them at home. I'm hoping, and I'll be honest with you, I think that I know this is total fanboy here, but Tigers opening day, those fans that are here at this baseball game, a majority of them are going to power through to tonight's Red Wing game. That's thing.
And here's the thing.
The building will be
if the Tigers win today, imagine the atmosphere at the pizza box later.
Exactly. I think that'll be awesome. So, and hey, listen, April in the D, man. I'm telling you, there's a whole song. I posted it on Twitter. It's like from the 90s. It's terrible. But it was a song like they were like a B-rated, I don't know, garage band that covered this song. They made April in the D. I don't know. Stop Geo says, let's go. In his Brady voice. Good luck today. I can't do that Brady talk.
No, me neither.
Brian Gillahan says, what's happening? Brian Gillahan also says, UConn minus 11.5. It ain't broke.
Yeah, they probably do. I think if you like UConn, here, ready? If you like UConn, I think the better way to approach it is just their team total over rather than laying 11.5 points as their team total.
So, yeah, maybe kind of did a free pick on that, and there might be a look at something more like that, just because, don't want to lay the big number, but don't want to. Got to get on the game, want to be on the game, right? I know that we talk about this all the time. If you don't have to bet every game, but
it's the Final Four,
right? But we're into it. As far as that Dodger game, you got anything you like in that game?
Cubs. I've been fading the Dodgers every game though. It's slightly down to start the year, but also one thing I also know is slightly down to start the year is people who just blindly bet Dodger run lines. Dodger run lines have not been cashing this year.
I'm money lining them with somebody else.
Yeah, they haven't covered the run line in 4 of the last 5 games, the Dodgers. So I took a shot at the Cubs at plus 160. I like the Cubbies this year an awful lot. I think that this could potentially be a matchup in the playoffs, is Dodgers-Cubs.
I could see that. I think the Cubs are underrated.
And I put that part of my bold predictions at the start of the year is that the Cubs make the NLCS this year.
I'll tell you what, though. I also I don't like I think the Dodgers are overrated. I think they'll make the playoffs. They'll do their thing.
They'll be a great bet against in the playoffs.
Right, 100%. Till then, though, I'm gonna be like that guy that's like in matchups that I really want teams that I want to fade somewhere like Oakland right now. I know they're playing my Tigers right now, but this will be like an all-year thing. Like I was on Boston when Oakland just got done with the Red Sox.
I think a great fade team this year, and I've been against them every single game this year, and I'm right back on the fade train today, is I've been betting against the Marlins every single game.
So the Marlins are going to be bad.
Yeah, I said that heading into the year. It's been fun.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
I
think they're going to be worse than I think we all anticipated.
Did I not go over that game today? I feel like I missed that game. Was there no line this morning with that game?
Did
I miss the Marlins here? Did they not play today? No, the Marlins don't play today.
I don't see them.
I was going to say, why did I not have
why are we not talking about the Marlins? Yeah.
Because
maybe they don't play today.
No, they play tomorrow at 2. They don't play today. That's weird.
I think
You
they
totally blanked on that one.
They totally finished at the bottom of that division.
Oh yeah, last place Marlins. I said this coming into the year. They're 8-1. I wish I bet it. They were 8-1 to finish last. I think the Nationals finished above them. I think the Mets finished above them.
I think
this is going to be a 100-loss baseball team. The Miami Marlins. They're going to be a 100-loss baseball team.
100 loss.
After making the playoffs last year, this is a 100-loss. Well, think about it.
I think I'll give you
Sandy Alcantara.
90.
No, I mean, who's their starting rotation? They just lost Yuri Perez for the year with Tommy John. Alcantara is out for the year. I mean, when you have Max Mayers, Ryan Weathers as like regulars in your starting rotation, you are fucked. And I think that this Marlins team will be a glorious fade all year long until they become the -300 fade. And I have to back the Marlins some games, but this will be a bad baseball team this year.
Tariq Skubal's already got 3 strikeouts in the second inning through 2 innings. I love it. But the Tigers can't get a fucking hit either. But yeah, I agree. The Marlins will be a bad team. I thought they were gonna be bad, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't think they were gonna be this bad.
I've been all over this for over a month now. I've been hyping up last place Marlins. So now it's only 8 games into the season, but what a shame.
Yeah.
They're 0-8 for the first time in franchise history. Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, so sad.
What
a shame.
Right. I think this is one of those years that, as if you're a Marlins fan, you're like, all right, look, we're gonna take this year off.
They made the playoffs last year, but this roster is constructed so weird.
Right, and then now they got to kind of rebuild, get healthy, and it is what it is. The captain Brian Gilhan says Rockies are still the worst team in baseball. Are they?
Yeah, and here's the thing: is I loved Coors Field unders for the last few years. The first Coors game of the year, I bet the over. This starting rotation was terrible on the road, and now we get and this bullpen's terrible on the road. Now they're in Coors Field. It's not going to get any better. This is going the Rockies. Obviously, it sounds obvious. They're going to lead the league in ERA, like worst ERA. Number one, they play half their games in Coors Field. Number two, their pitching staff is just that bad. So,
and of course, the Rangers are the best.
I
might be a Texas Ranger fan there.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel? Do you have any opinion on the news yesterday of Oakland A's moving to Sacramento? Well, we play this, so this is officially the end of the year. That doesn't spark anything for me. Like from a handicapper
I think the only from a handicapping perspective that I'll use this for is the last couple weeks of the season. I'll bet the A's because maybe they show out in front of their fans one last time, type of thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's way too early for it to really even matter. And
it doesn't matter now. It'll matter in August when they're playing teams that have either locked up playoff spots or are out of it as well.
That's fair. Stop also says degenerate play of the day. Grand Rapids Griffins money line -125 on DK. If Kosa gets the nod in net, Kosa has points in 18 straight games for them when starting goalie. He comes up next year. He starts to dabble next year. He starts to.
He's your 1B next year. You go out there, you find a 1A. It's not Alex Lyon. It's not James Reimer. You go out there, you find yourself a 1A, and you bring up Kosa to play half the games.
Here's the problem: they have like 3 1Bs.
Yeah, you go out there.
You know what I mean?
And maybe it's an Elvis Merzlikins. Maybe it's someone like that. Get him out of Columbus type of situation, but who knows?
I don't want to spend money on nobody either. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Call his ass up to the end. Line reminds me too much. 100%. Oh my God. Alex Lyon is Alex Nedeljkovic. It's Alex. I think it's Alex.
Alex Nedeljkovic.
Yeah. 100%. Like some days he looks like a fucking rock star. And then other days it's like he can't stop a beach ball. like 100%. And Reimer,
and that's leading just to the
Please, no.
inconsistency of the Detroit Red Wings.
yeah.
And forget about it if Dylan Larkin gets hurt again, because I remember that during that stretch it was fade the Dead Wings. It was great. It was very easy because you bet against them and move on.
Easy money, yeah.
But
Yeah. I next year, I kind of.
Larkin stays healthy, they're easily
they
in
make the playoffs, they get bounced right away. So
they would have gotten swept in the first round, or maybe losing a gentleman's sweep in the first round. But
right. It was kind of funny for me being in Vegas, though. Like Vegas local reaction here from like local television. I don't see anybody that wants this team to come here. Like I feel like I'm on a wagon all by myself when I'm like, and I only want them to come to Vegas so I can see them play the Tigers. And I don't have.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I want them to bring a team to Raleigh. Is I want a 20-minute drive to see the New York Mets.
Exactly. I'm going to pay
5 hours
in Vegas, but whatever. I want to see my Tigers play. So I get it. And Vegas is those. Man, they will do more. They will do better than they are here, in Oakland. So,
see, I would disagree with that until they sell the team, because you got to think Oakland is not to blame for this, because
it's all
when when their owner cared about the team, the Oakland A's had decent attendance when the owner cared. Well, the owner's worried about not spending any money and putting this garbage product on the field, and you're shocked and nobody wants to go see it. You're putting out 105 lost baseball team out there, 111 lost baseball team out there, and you're shocked that nobody wants to see it?
Yeah.
Because you won't spend more than.
If nobody's ever seen the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt, true story.
Great movie. Stop playing like that.
Great movie, true story. Owner is like that in real life. That is a true story. That's how he is. He doesn't want to spend any money, even when they were doing good. He still had one of the lowest. No, because
even when these teams, you got to keep in mind, a couple years ago, the Oakland A's were in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then what happens? They make the playoffs one year, and then players want more money, and buy Matt Olson. Nope. Yeah, buy Sean Murphy.
Right.
Buy Yoenis Cespedes.
He won't spend the money.
Buy Josh Donaldson.
Like he's going to come to Vegas and spend the money. So I think he's going to bring the team to Vegas.
The owner is the problem. It's not the A's. It's the owner.
Yeah, I think he's going to sell because the team is worth more in Vegas than it is in Oakland. So then he'll sell for a higher. It's like you ever sold, people selling a house,
a nicer neighborhood.
Tell people all the time, listen, cut your grass. It looks better when it's on the market. Okay, nobody wants to buy
go to Vegas. Now they're going to want
grass. So that's all he's going to do.
Yeah.
Put some makeup on a face and facelift on that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
What you got going on for the weekend before we get out of here? Plug what you got going on over at ESB and
the ESB show every day. That's just a continued thing, and then we'll go from there. March Madness Final Four tomorrow. MLB is continuing on, and things along those lines. So, yep.
Check out Earl Sports Bets if you haven't already. Check out their YouTube channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out their premium plays, picksandparlays.net. Get yourself promo code Lenny. That'll save you 20% off everything over at picksandparlays.net. Go over there. Check out. I'll tell you what. Get yourself a package deal. Week pack, 30-day package. Get a lot of value in those packages. That's where the money is at. I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. Nick Earl Sports Bets. We appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you guys next Friday. Be on the lookout for an impromptu college March Madness basketball final show, video, pick something. That's Tuesday, right? Or is that Monday night?
National Championships on Monday.
Monday. I don't know why I always think it's Tuesday. They play Final Four Saturday. They play Monday. Anyway, be on the lookout for that. I'm going to go try and bootleg my way around watching this Tiger game. I'll see you guys on the next one. Good luck unless you're against me. Tigers, Nerfies. Just